Welcome to the Battle Zone. Oh yeah, he's really here.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, already in the ring. Fighting out of the mean streets of Niigata, Thuglife, Tanaka, Kenichi. And his opponent, making his way to the ring from a village in Houston, Texas. Making his AWL debut, MACK.
Ninja MACK has been tearing it up in Ring of Honor as of late, also has a good deal of experience over in Japan, here in Canada. Making his AWL debut, he's the unexpected high flyer of professional wrestling, let's just put it nicely. On a night when the Canadian National Championship will be decided in the main event, he faces off against the absolute objective worst of the Animated Wrestling League. That guy, Thuglife Tanaka Kenichi, worst win-loss record in the company. Frankly, an amuse-bouche if you're going to start in professional wrestling here in the AWL. Oh, and immediately going after the mask, trying to bite through the mask, is Tanaka Kenichi, who, just to give you the numbers, comes into this match, as I said, absolute worst win-loss record in the company. 60 wins, 97 losses. Absolute garbage. But he has won matches, he has survived Boxermanias aplenty, and frankly, he's a former AWL Grand Champion, though he did cheat to win that. Oh, that's interesting. A knee drop with a bit of a flip, showing some actual athletic ability, which is a bit weird, but second time, he may have just picked up an additional injury. Now, if you notice the wrappings, you notice the bruising. Well, that's from a beatdown that he received on behalf of the employers of the Devastation Corporation. Once his checks to that group started to bounce, he started to not be their friend anymore. Let's put it that way. And oh, wait a minute! Head scissors, tiaras almost, from the incompetent Tanaka, usually incompetent Tanaka Kenichi. And a couple of very, very low Kawada-style kicks, trying to do some damage, as Ninja MACK hasn't really had a chance to get into his signature offensive style. As I said, the unexpected high flyer. He has held junior heavyweight titles around the world somehow. There we go! Oh, swing and a miss with the backflip bicycle Pele kick, or whatever the hell you'd call that. But once again, pulling on the mask, pulling on the nose of the mask. Tanaka Kenichi, okay, he's not a luchador, but any masked wrestler is going to be insulted by that. Because the mask is very much their identity, it's who they are. And takedown by Tanaka Kenichi, who's desperate for wins. He would have to win 31 matches this season to not be in Boxermania next season. Well, I think he is actually mathematically locked anyway, so he's just trying to save himself, trying to get some kind of a loophole to get out of having to risk his career again, and in the AWL that means championships. Champions and #1 contenders are immune from Boxermania, so he's going to be trying to pick up any belt he can get his hands on. 2 count only for Ninja MACK, who has been teaming with Willie Mack over in Ring of Honor on the ROH Honor Club, now going for his signature, probably his signature 630, and oh, no water in the pool. Lucky dodge for Tanaka Kenichi with the 1-2 kick out by Ninja MACK, the last possible second. Running down the rest of the card tonight, we've got a championship preview match, the next Grand Championship match to be previewed. Cover off of the Niigata Street Cutter for the 1-2 kick out, as the Tiger Brothers will face House Classic in a tag team match later tonight. We've got a fight for 4 in the Joshi division, as Dragoness faces Athena Jane. What the hell is he doing? Ooh, face first into the knee. Followed up by something. Ooh, just punch in the face. A theatrical punch in the face. We also have a fight for 4, I believe, in the AWL men's tag team division, and that's going to be the new classics going 2-on-2 with Solar Wings. The winners get their names into the championship conversation. And that means that Lee Masters is going to be wrestling twice, because he's in the main event as well. he's going to be challenging for the Canadian National Championship, Kid Canada, of course, to make his second title defense. Ninja Mack trying to show us something here. It's an awkward dance partner, let's put it that way, with Tanaka Kenichi. As we're about 4 minutes into the bout now, and going after the very clearly injured arm and shoulder. Don't blame him for doing that. Honestly, I'm shocked that Dr. Marcus Feelgood, the AWL Chief Medical Physician, has cleared Tanaka Kenichi to compete. Maybe Dr. Feelgood, like all of us, just wants to see the man hurt. And, what the... Okay. On TVTropes.com, there's a term that I think perfectly defines Ninja Mack. Acrophatic. A man that big should not be able to move and fly around the ring like that, and that's what makes Ninja Mack dangerous. He's a combination of speed, agility, and power. There is that 630 into the cover. 1, 2...
5 minutes elapsed. 5 remain.
And somehow, Tanaka Kenichi able to get the shoulder up. Tanaka Kenichi is nothing in life if not desperate. So I can understand him. Wait a minute, what is this going to be? Double stomp on the already damaged knees of Tanaka Kenichi. Super kick, followed by a running corkscrew shooting star press from a man who, frankly, looks a lot more like me than I would like to admit. A 630 again, no defense. That's the knockout, says the official. And a holy shit chant on the crowd.
Here's your winner, Ninja Mack.
Ninja Mack picking up his first ever victory in his first ever match in the Animated Wrestling League. Omedetou gozaimasu. Oh, good lord, they're multiplying.
Bullet Club.
At least that's how it appears.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. Making their way to the ring, accompanied by Austin and Colton Gunn, the tag team combination. The tag team combination of Juice Robinson and the Sticky Blade, Kid White. Together they are Bullet Club Gold.
Well, as I record this, we are less than a week away from AEW coming here to Toronto to do their taping of their new Collision program, and of course, the Forbidden Door will open yet again. I'm going to be in person for both of those events, and stay tuned to the channel. You're going to see some, if you haven't seen it already, you can have some videos hopefully on that topic. Because I had a lot of fun making the quick videos that I did for the last time AEW was in town, so why the hell not? But here in the AWL, we've got another tag team match featuring Bullet Club, and for all the bravado of the Switchblade Jay White, I'll point out they've yet to win a tag team match. They are 0-2, Juice Robinson and Jay White, as a tag team in the AWL, whereas Monster Union, this season at least, 1-1, so they have at least had a taste of victory.
And their opponent, making their way to the ring, from the realm of the yokai and the stands of time, the tag team combination of the Serpentine Sensation, Kenichi, and King Akira. Together they are Monster Union.
Beat Sky entering this match with a record of 23 wins, 26 losses, and King Akira 24 wins, 27 losses. So they are both at a ratio of -3. For comparison, Juice Robinson 1-2, putting him at -1, and the Switchblade Jay White 2-2, placing him in perfect balance, as all things should be, with a win-loss ratio of 0. So technically, Bullet Club less shit at this moment in their careers, but an actual team here in Monster Union, as they say it. Viva Monster Union! Hebitsky, the field commander, the manipulator, not here at ringside, I think scared off by the guns. I imagine it was mainly their breath. But as it is, we're ready for a 2-on-2, what's supposed to be a 2-on-2 tag team match. So with Bullet Club, you never really can expect them to follow the rules, can you? 15 minutes on the clock. Senior official Joey Baba Ganoush, the famous Baba Ganoush wrestling family, calls for the bell. Over in AEW, there's been a little bit of a question, at least again as I record this, on whether or not the guns are part of Bullet Club Gold or not. Here in the AWL, at least until we find out otherwise, we're going to assume that they are. And you can tell from the new Bullet Club gear that the guns coming out with. You see Austin Colton there. I don't know which is which. I frankly don't care. Standing at ringside watching this, as Jay White quickly escapes from the dreaded 10 punches, the WrestleMaths. Walks straight into an indie neckbreaker by Hebitsky. Jay White trying to regain control of the contest here. Taking it into the corner. Of course, they've got that magic killer in their back pocket, the traditional Bullet Club double team move. And Hebitsky in the wrong part of town now. He's a fisherman buster by the Switchblade, the Switch King, as he calls himself, the catalyst of professional wrestling, Jay White. Collar elbow tie up, kick to the midsection. What is he thinking? Uh-oh, belly to belly slam. Crawling on his belly is the Snake, the Serpentine sensation, Hebitsky. Going for the sack of something and putting some distance. Snake Eyes right across the top rope. Putting some distance between Robinson and White. Intelligent wrestling by Monster Union. Tag Kogeki opportunity. We're not going to see it, but a cheap shot, admittedly, from King Akira. Around the back there. Vertical suplex. Twisting. Front suplex, actually, into the cover. 1, 2. Hebitsky slithers out at 2 with relative ease. But that gives Jay White the chance to make the tag. Juice Robinson now in. Legally, at least. Rock Hard gets the MACK Classic Press. Named after the guy who taught it to Luthez, by the way. Collar and elbow tie-up. Across into the ropes. And, oh! Lariato from the southpaw. We see another tag. Yes, we are. Hebitsky back to his feet. He hasn't made a tag all match here. Back steps away from the sliding drop kick. As Jay White gets into perfect position, I will admit, to prevent the tag. Iron Whip, Irish Whip into the neutral corner. And Hebitsky, he's got to be thinking about the snake bite, maybe thinking of the Cobra Venom, maybe thinking of the Pyramid Bomb combination. Oh, there we go! Oh, right to the back! The Cobra Venom out of the eyes, but that's going to sting. It's going to sting the back. And the second back blast! This time it connects! Boot! Right to the head, and that's a knockout blow! Double order of Cobra Venom from Hebitsky, winning the match. You see the first shot right to the back, the second right to the face! Deadly exposure.
Monster Union!
As Hebitsky picking up a win for his team, literally single-handedly. Viva Monster Union. A shot at the title eventually on the line, right here, right now. But is Athena Jane going to be focused on winning this match? If not, this woman is going to walk away with this in relative ease and comfort.
The following contest is scheduled for 1 fall, and it is a fight for 4. Introducing first, making her way to the ring, now residing in the GTA, the daughter of the dragon, Dragoness!
The numbers here tell a story. 50 career wins, 32 career losses, ratio of +18. Former AWL Joshi champion. Former AWL Joshi tag team champion. And she's still the underdog, or the underdragon, as I should probably say. She will be giving up size, she will be giving up power, she'll be giving up experience The one thing she will never give up is the ancient tradition, as the dragon fire illuminates the arena as it was in days gone by. Always empowered by her ancestors, the dragon style will always be a presence in the Animated Wrestling League. But can skill and legacy overcome raw power? That's a question we've asked many times in professional wrestling. We ask it once again, right here, right now. Athena Jane, the partner of the AWL Joshi champion, the tag team partner. But to say they're on kind of a rocky road at the moment would be an understatement.
Making her way to the ring from the Isle of Themyscira, the modern-day Amazon, Athena Jane.
Oh, so-called partner is she? Okay, this is getting less subtle by the week, isn't it? She's undefeated and a champion. Oh, shit. Oh, no, you didn't. Did she just call... I think she did. Did she just call a black woman uppity? Yeah, no. You don't know. That's... Oh, God. I know she's Greek and English is her second language, but that's a word you only choose if you know what you're saying. Good God, not exactly something you find in an English textbook. So, words sent out across the airwaves all the way to Japan, where we do believe that the AWL Joshi champion Amy Wade still is. She should be on her way back home fairly soon. But we're starting off here, 10 minutes on the clock. The winner of this match enters the AWL Best 4 in the number 4 rank. Currently for the Joshi Championship, it's Kairi Yang from AWL Hontai and Lupe Peligro from right here in AWL Strong and Free. One of these two women will join them in the next 10 minutes, we hope. Of course, in the event of a time limit draw, they will both be eliminated from title contention, and we'll have to find 2 more wrestlers with good enough win-loss records to get them into this position. Of course, Athena Jane, not the only wrestler with a tag team side to her career. Dragoness recently formed a tag team with Spring Tiger of the Unified School of the Tiger Style, harking back to an alliance between the Tiger Style and the Dragon Style from very, very long time ago. They are currently 1-0 in tag team competition. Athena Jane and Amy Wade, of course, undefeated, as Amy Wade is in all things. And that's a 2-0 record this season, 3-0 lifetime. And a power toss of Melissa Beal toss from... Look at that, just picking her up like she weighs absolutely nothing. Amy Wade, one of the more experienced roster members. Coming up. Oh, look at this. This is not... Oh, power slam! I thought she was just going to pull an Ultimate Warrior and just drop her. That would explain the face paint. Ooh, knee right to the face. And no, she got out of the way. Just go. Whew. Huge over-the-top rope tope, dodged by the Dragoness, getting out of the way the last possible second. The crowd going absolutely bonkers for it. I don't blame them. We are sold out tonight here in the Greater Toronto area in the AWL Battle Zone. This wonderful little venue that we found. I love the columns. The columns are quite nice. No idea how we found this place. Up and down. Coming to you, I believe, from Treaty 13 territory. And back elbow. Double back elbow. Athena Jane down into the cover for the 1-2 kick out. 7.5 minutes remain. Going up. Oh! Look at that. Just it's a German suplex. You're picking up another human being and lifting them over your head and releasing them. That's not something you do in your everyday life. And not only can all of these wrestlers do that, but Athena Jane just makes it look so effortless, because for her it kind of is. Bear hug and a quick hook of the rope with the leg. We saw Chiba Akagi do that on AWL Hontai in our last episode, our last video posted. That seems to become a more common counter to the bear hug, is to try to get one of your loose limbs. It doesn't have to be your arm around the rope to force the rope break, and it works. Within the rules of professional wrestling, within the AWL rules, within the rules of the league. 6.5 minutes remaining, and ooh! Dragoness with a front flip takedown. Multiple strikes into the DDT. Not sure how many of those strikes landed. But she hit the big move, the move that mattered, the move that got Athena Jane off her feet momentarily. And that lifting Uranagi, very similar to Dragon Drop number 2, neckbreaker by Dragoness, who's now going up to the top rope. Dragon Star, actually off of the middle rope that was. Dragon Star press, a signature of her family's style. Couple of hard right hands going up. Dragoness drop number 2, and that is a knock out. Dragoness enters the AWL Best 4 off of a distracted. Wait a minute. Hey, she can't. Wait a minute. She came up from the crowd.
Your winner is Dragoness.
Sorry. Just to let you know, your official winner is Dragoness, and that puts Dragoness into the AWL Best 4. But Amy Wade, I didn't realize she was back in the country. Amy Wade, she's not booked tonight, but Amy Wade is here in the AWL Battle Zone. She has attacked her. She's attacked her own tag team partner. I think we can all officially consider that tag team done and dust. But, oh no, look at that. They're right out there by the concrete, right on the very edge of those protective mats. Ooh! A professional wrestling ring isn't exactly a soft place to land, but it's a hell of a lot better than being out there on the floor, out there on the concrete, out there on that little bit of foam rubber. And, ooh! Knee strikes, the kickboxing background. I don't know, does she have a street fighting background? I'm starting to think. Amy Wade, the undefeated, 18-0, suffering the first one, I believe the first ever draw of her career at AWL Hontai in that Champion Showcase match, teaming up with Black Tiger Justice. Oh! Tope Konhiro taking down Athena Jane. Okay, can we up? I think we can probably update the tag team best four, saying these two are not in there anymore. Good God. Going up. Fireman's carry position out there on the steel superstructure of the ring coming into play. This is not a professional wrestling match, ladies and gentlemen. This is not part of our program tonight. This is not part of a card. This is going to kill the timing for the rest of the show. You know that, right? We're going to go way over time here. Ooh, body blow! Off of the rebound, double momentum. And now they're in the ring where they are both more comfortable. Oh God, Amy Wade with evil intentions. I mean, I'm not going to repeat it. You all heard. You all heard what Athena Jane called her so-called partner, calling her a rookie who doesn't know her place in wrestling. And of course, you know, there are connotations here. Let's not lie. There are connotations here. Athena Jane, frankly, I think eating her own words right now, but certainly not above fighting back. Military drop into a gutbuster. That could break a rib. That can rupture organs. That's a very dangerous move. And this is not a wrestling match. There's no rope break. You're going to have to fight your way out of it. And she does with the bell clap. And of course, remember, Athena Jane just wrestled and lost a match against Dragoness, who's now in the AWL Best 4, and that puts her in line for Amy Wade's championship. So I'm not entirely sure where we're going here, but okay, you're serious. Alright. I have been told the show will go on once these once we manage to restore some kind of order here, the referee corps, they don't want to come out here. Senior official Joey Baba Ganoush of the famous Baba Ganoush wrestling family, he wants nothing to do with this. Do we have any information from the commission? Yeah, truck. Uh-oh, Amy Wade going under ring. She's got a kendo stick. She's got a shinai. Bamboo wrapped in twine, or tied together with twine, going after the legs of Athena Jane. And that makes sense whenever you're fighting someone bigger than you. Take them out of the legs, all of a sudden they're a lot shorter. Amy Wade, not a brawler, not a hardcore wrestler, not a garbage wrestler. She knows... She keeps it in the ring most of the time. Oh no, now what? What is she looking for? She got this... Okay, the classic. It's a steel chair. And... Oh! Going after... And still going after the legs! Going after the kneecap, I think, of Athena Jane. Amy Wade is pissed. Too many fighting words. And the Canadians' personal pride. And the fans here, they don't seem to be objecting to... Uh-oh. Oh, swing and a miss. The fans here don't seem to be objecting to this level of violence from Amy Wade. Belly-to-belly suplex by Athena Jane. Yeah, these two are not a tag team anymore. I think, uh-oh. Isatsuwaza's the fall of the gods! And Amy Wade left battered and broken, elevated flatliner from the Themyscirian modern-day Amazon, who's going after that kendo stick. That was one of the weapons that was introduced by Amy Wade into this situation. Roll away! Escapes barely. Superwoman punch and the stick goes flying. Amy Wade in total control here. Okay, that makes it official. And a challenge laid out. We'll see if the AWL Commissioner agrees to book that match. Frankly, I want to see it. I hope you do too. But Amy Wade and Athena Jane, the war of words escalating into physical violence. Let's try and get the show back on track if we can, please.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is a fight for four. Introducing first, fighting out of the center of the sun and the Tales of Sinbad, the tag team combination of Raigo Nadeshi, Irakian Solar, and THE Autosleeve, the Rock. Together they are Solar Boing.
Well, Solar Wings undefeated this season, though only one match, beating Bullet Club Gold a couple of weeks ago. I think the AWL Commissioner taking that into account in giving them this opportunity in the tag team division. You beat Bullet Club Gold, you give those guys a bit of the lesson they seem to refuse to learn. And that gets you some favoritism with the Commissioner, perhaps, because he probably hates those guys as much as we all do.
And their opponent, making their way to the ring from Minneapolis, Minnesota, by way of Las Vegas, Nevada, and Brooklyn, New York, the tag team combination of the Technical Wizard, Lee Mustard, the Suplex Masters, Tammy Nate. Here they are, the New Classic.
And that t-shirt is not a lie, ladies and gentlemen. 20 years of mastery. The Suplex Master celebrating his 20th year in professional wrestling. Lee Masters, Sammy Nix, Season 0 originals. They go back all the way to the founding of the Animated Wrestling League. Back when I was doing this on WWF Attitude for the PlayStation 1. Erupcion Solar, who's recently upgraded his mask, it looks like. Going to be going up against the Suplex Master. It's Lucha Libre versus American Specialized Pro Wrestling Front Flip Hurricane Rana. Standing Solar Salt from the man from the center of the sun. It's not a moonsault. He's a sun. Look at him. He's the sun. He doesn't do moon moves. He does sun moves naturally. Solar Salt. tag made to the mixed martial artist who will be wrestling twice tonight. Yes, he's got the opportunity to go for the Canadian National Championship, begin a trek down the road less traveled, but his first priority is always going to be his tag team. These are the most prolific tag team champions in AWL history, and he's not going to deny his team the opportunity to fight to enter the best four just because he's got an individual opportunity in the main event. So I think that's a calculated decision, a calculated risk. Maybe not the smartest, but hey, I think you do technically get paid twice because you're either going to get the winner's share of the purse or the loser's share of the purse for 2 matches. So, yeah, not the best physical decision, not the best decision health-wise in my opinion, but hey, money, money, money. It's they call it the business for a reason. It's a business. Big DDT to The Rock, who I believe is the legal combatant at the moment. Hammerlock suplex, Eruption, or someone's got to get out of the ring here. I'm not entirely sure who. I believe it's Eruption Solar, senior official Joey, Bob Ganoush of the famous Bob Ganoush wrestling family, trying to sort things, and he does. We do have our 2 legal combatants now in the ring. 15-minute time limit in this non-title affair. Coming up in a few moments, we're also going to have the AWL Grand Champion teaming up with his regular tag team partner against the #1 contender for the AWL Grand Championship and his regular tag team partner. That's right, it's a preview tag match. The Tiger Brothers versus House Classic. And a little bit of an egotistical control hold. It wasn't a cover because he was belly down. But now Lee Masters, where he doesn't usually belong, elbow drop from the top. Call back to Season 0 of the AWL. That seemed to be pretty much the only move anybody ever did in the top rope. Is he going to try and do it again? I think he is. No, he wants him to stand up. Lee Masters, I don't know what he's thinking here. Axe handle smash, and great counter wrestling by Eruption Solar. Solar into the cover, and broken out of thanks to the suplex master Sammy Nix. Tope Suicida, vintage lucha libre, as the man from the center of the sun, who came here as part of an interstellar luchador tag team so many years ago, so many seasons ago, Hotshot Stunner, to eliminate the possibility of a legal tag. Now he's been working alongside The Rock for several seasons now, looking to become AWL World's Tag Team Champions. The Rock makes the tag. THEROC finding out of the tales of Sinbad, a man with a penchant for frankly ridiculous presentation attire, but when he strips that all away and actually gets into the ring and starts wrestling, he's one of the most dangerous competitors in the AWL, a former Canadian national champion. The Rock was in fact the 2nd Canadian national champion and the first man to ever cash it in, and he was unfortunately not successful in doing so. Hard shot into the midsection, going up, vertical suplex, brainbuster as a matter of fact. It's a debate whether or not the brainbuster should actually be called a suplex. Depends on really which cultural background you're coming from here. And let's think about it. With a ministerial exploder. And a traditional exploder suplex, I think that was, or is that even a Tazplex? I think it could have been. I don't know, he knows more about suplexing than I do. Tag is made, Lee Masters in. The Rock is legal, the referee back to his feet. And Lee Masters, he seems to be exploring more top rope wrestling. I'm not sure if that's a great strategic decision, but he does actually hit it. Elbow drop from the top right to the shoulder blades of The Rock, trying to clip the wings of the mythical competitor.
10 remain.
It's not a matador. I can't say mythical matador. That would be kind of cool, though. It'd be great alliteration. But we don't have that here. But we do have as a tag Eruption Solar. Ooh, swinging toss. Remember, this is just for a shot. This is just to get yourself into the conversation for the AWL Grand Sorry, the AWL World Tag Team Championship. As I mentioned, The Rock was the 2nd Canadian National Champion. The 5th champion, Kid Canada, will defend against Lee Masters a little bit later tonight in our main event. We still have our semi-final match to go, and I expect that to be a barn burner. That's going to be going to be House Classic, I should say, versus the Tiger Brothers. We could get almost about to get to that immediately. As a deep 2 count off of that combination by Sammy Nix. Sammy Nix, for the record, coming into this match with a record of 91 wins and 78 losses, putting him at a ratio of +13. And if Lee Masters is not successful at challenging for the Canadian National Championship tonight, Sammy Nix gets the next shot, because he's the next wrestler not to be eliminated, not to be beaten by Kid Canada in that 6-way scramble match to crown the new Canadian National Champion after Amy Wade successfully cashed it in at AWL 400. Kick to the gut. 20 count on the outside. And again, look at that. The Exploder suplex lets his opponent think about it, showing off the strength. I've said for years, pound for pound, the strongest wrestler in the AWL, and the years do not seem to have changed that. 20 years this guy's been wrestling, in tremendous shape, all things considered. Considering the wear and tear on his body, this is why I love that we have off-seasons in the AWL. It's time to rest, time to recoup, time to heal from injuries, from nagging injuries, from travel injuries. DDT on the outside, and I'll point out that I believe the 2 legal competitors right now are Sammy Nix and Eruption Solar. Yep, we can see the camera following them. Now, is Sammy Nix going to stay in the ring? No, he is not. He's going to go back out. That's going to reset the count. Right there. Oh, hard flying forearm by Eruption Solar. Neither man wants a count out, though that would get you into the best 4. Method of victory irrelevant in this kind of a contest when gold is not on the line. Oh! Jumping enzigiri by Eruption Solar. This wonderful combination of Japanese Lucha Libre and... Japanese Lucha Libre, Mexican Lucha Libre, and Japanese Puroresu. Exploder, but that's considered another knock. Oh yeah, look at how he grabbed his head. Look at how Eruption... Do we have a replay of that? I think we do. Eruption Solar will grab the back of his head. Yeah. That was a knockout. That's safety of the athlete.
Here are your winners, the New Classics.
And with that, the New Classics in the AWL Best 4. But as Lee Masters just screwed himself out of the Canadian National Championship. We'll find out a little bit later tonight, but right now, it's a Grand Championship Preview Tag Team match, because I'm an original booker.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, making their way to the ring from the unified School of the Tiger style, accompanied by String Tiger. Tag team combination of Tiger Mask 3 and the reigning Animated Wrestling League Grand Champion, Black Tiger Justice. Together they are the Tiger Brothers.
And if you're wondering why Spring Tiger was not in the corner of Dragoness for her match earlier tonight, she was basically getting these guys ready for their match right here, right now. And yes, this is a preview of our next AWL Grand Championship match that will be Black Tiger Justice versus Matt Classic Senior. It's going to be our next Grand Championship match. We await the official announcement of the date of that contest. But tag team record on the line as well. The Tiger Brothers 1-1 coming into this. House Classic 1-0 this season, which puts House Classic ahead 1-0 in the win-loss ratio. As the dulcet tones of the William Tell Overture echo throughout the battle zone, we welcome the inventor of professional wrestling and son.
And their opponents, making their way to the ring from the smoke-filled arenas of yesteryear and the independent circuit, the tag team combination of MACK Classic Senior, MACK Classic 2, Collective!
The first ever intergenerational World's Tag Team Champions, ladies and gentlemen. And the man on your left, MACK Classic Senior, looking to become a two-time AWL Grand Champion. He won the belt back at the Golden War 2022, over a year ago, but lost it on his first title defense against Project Tetsu, who would then go on to lose it to reigning champion Black Tiger Justice. However, MACK Classic defeated Gambahishi Dark to win the title in the first place, so he is capable of literally anything physically, but he makes a tag out to his son as this tag team contest begins. This is a preview match, but this is also a tag team contest in the AWL World's Tag Team Division, the men's tag team division, which more than any other division in professional wrestling, if you ask me, every single match counts. Because the tag team division rankings reset every season, a lead in the win-loss ratio of just 1 or 2 matches, that can get you into title contention. It is a super competitive division. Every single match matters, every tag team victory matters, and right now, MACK Classic, and this is it. This is your next AWL Grand Championship, but I don't think Matt wants to give too much away. Sling Blade by the innovator of professional wrestling, the son of the inventor. 1, 2. Great shot by MACK Classic 2. It looks like the House Classic team is going with a traditional tag team strategy of rapid tags, keep the opponent off balance. And considering that Black Tiger Justice has been wrestling an intense schedule, he only just got back in. I think he may have been on the same plane as his tag team partner earlier in our last episode, his tag team partner Amy Wade. Hold on a second. You got something on Wade and Jane? You're kidding. What? Ladies and gentlemen, I am deeply disappointed to announce that the AWL Commissioner has refused to sign a match between Amy Wade and Athena James, saying that the situation perhaps a bit too volatile, and that he needs time to consider the matter and hope that cooler heads prevail? What the hell kind of wrestling promoter is this? Oh yeah, the one who signs my paycheck. A brilliant decision, boss. Well, sometimes you really do have to let think things out and, let people, use their words and just, have some time to calm down. So, brilliant decision, boss. We don't need to see that match. Well done. Anyway, meanwhile, while I still have a job, what is that? Oh, Jesus Christ! Tiger Mask 3 just tried to do some kind of springboard stupid, crashed and burned, but he changed. I don't think I've seen anyone ever do that from that kind of angle. That's the evolution of the Tiger style. The current generation of the Golden Tigers doing things nobody in a Tiger Mask has ever thought to do before. But here on the outside, it's anything goes. This is not usually MACK Classic's milieu. He's used to the old rules where if you left the ring, that was a disqualification. 11.5 minutes remain, halfway through the 20 count. MACK Classic rolls back into the ring, and he's focused on his opponent. He wants to fight the Grand Champion. Or maybe he doesn't, I don't know. MACK Classic, not usually the mind games type, but anything goes in professional wrestling some days. Gutbuster by MACK Classic 2, one of several second-generation wrestlers that we have here in the AWL. Dragoness, MACK Classic 2, El Hijo de Machiku, both members of UK Gen 2. Machiku 2, of course. But MACK Classic 2 probably has gone through more and paid more. Well, he's paid a lot of dues. I'm just going to say it that way. He's gone through a lot of crap in his life to get to this position. Lost his job, lost his career. But his father had to fight to get him back. And I'm not saying nepotism, I'm saying love. What do we have here? Double drop kick by the Tigers. Tag Kogeki. The grand champion into the cover here. Won on MACK Classic 2 as a former AWL Intercontinental Champion. Former AWL Tag Team Champion, as well as part of Shin Jidai alongside Wither, who's of course now Emerald Dragon. That was before the days of the Grand Slam.
10 remaining.
So championship pedigrees all around. Of course, the Tiger Brothers, as a duo, hold the record for most title defenses of the tag team titles in a single reign. So everybody in this ring has held, except for the referee, has held at least one championship belt in their career, most of them more than one. Eien no Choppu, the forever chops. One more, fake out, punch to the face. I don't know why that always works. Why does everybody fall for that? That makes no sense to me. You know what? Doesn't really matter, does it? Because this is professional wrestling, and we're just here to enjoy it. Enjoy pro wrestling. That's what you should be doing. Enjoy pro wrestling. I'm going to call out things that don't make sense, but you know, it's all in good fun. Vertical drop brainbuster by... And wait a minute, Poison Run on the outside! And Junior is out of this. But the body slam, the full body slam... Could he win this match with a body slam? No, he's going to win it with a classic claw. He slots it was on the classic claw. The classic claw is connected. Black Tiger Justice doesn't see it. Tap out, tap out, tap out by Tiger Mask 3. And he is your winner. He almost won a match with a body slam.
Oh, for God's sake, we have some kind of security around here. Here are your winners.
Oh God, what's he do? Okay, House Classic wins the match, but this is...
Somebody get that asshole out of the ring.
Once again... Okay, we need better crowd barricades, I think, because once again, someone's run through... is jumped the crowd barricade. In this case, is Rock Hard Juice Robinson sending the AWL Grand Champion after an Oh, no. No, 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 no. Hate when they do this. And now it's the Guns. Bullet Club bullshit up, down, and sideways tonight, ladies and gentlemen. One of the Guns going up top, hits a huge splash to the AWL Grand Champion, and the crowd goes mild. The newest members of Bullet Club Gold specifically, after Rock Hard Juice Robinson throws the AWL Grand Champion to the steel steps. Remember, that's what Jay White wants. He wants the Grand Championship because that's his ticket back to Japan. That's his ticket back to the land where he's a top star. And let's face it, AEW, when he's, the guy that Punk gets to beat on his first match back, But Bullet Club pulling out their usual bullshit. But notice, Jay White's not here. It's Juice Robinson. It's Austin Gunn. It's Colton Gunn. It's the Minions doing the dirty work. You can hear that lumber, you hear that wooden baseball bat clunking across the floor of the AWL Battle Zone. Senior official Joey Baba Ganoush, the famous Baba Ganoush wrestling family, was calling the match. And we did actually have a wrestling match here. Spring Tiger has gotten Tiger Mask 3 out of here because he needed to see the doctor. He needed to see senior medical official Dr. Marcus Feelgood for oh, and again, that bat goes flying. Dangerous lumber. It is indeed dangerous lumber flying around the battle zone tonight. And I'm being told that what? The doctor is not letting Tiger Mask 3 come back out here, and he's having to hold back Spring Tiger. So Tiger Mask 3 having to hold back Spring Tiger, the doctor having to hold back Tiger Mask 3. That means Black Tiger Justice on his own, 2-on-1 right now against the Guns. Robinson showing where the hierarchy is in the Bullet Club Gold. Robinson's hightailed it, so he and Jay White are off, probably drinking. I don't know, what does Bullet Club Gold drink? Yeah, probably shitty imported beer. Grab a Molson, grab something Canadian, grab a Guinness, grab something with a bite to it. And again, the baseball bat being brought in as an equalizer. Oh! Vertical suplex, and somebody landed on that bat. I'm not entirely sure who. This time the Guns have... right to the torso! Again and again, beating the AWL Grand Champion. This is not acceptable. This is not okay. Okay, we either need to hire some security, or the commissioner needs to do something about these guys. I don't know what the hell to do. I mean, don't give them the match they want. Don't give them title matches. I mean, I haven't bloody earned it. None of these guys deserve to be in the best four. Most of them have barely won any wrestling matches. Missed with that kick. Ooh! And yeah, the AWL Grand Champion is out cold. I'm really getting sick of that song. Check this out. Yeah, neck snapping suplex. Bullet Club celebrating as if they've done anything worth being proud of. Like, in their whole careers. Again, we don't know what the situation is over in AEW, but here in the AWL, the Guns are very much Bullet Club and possibly 4 life. Just do it.
The following contest is your main event of the evening. It is scheduled for one fall, one submission or knockout beside the winner, and it is for the Animated Wrestling League Canadian National Championship.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, as we try to get some order restored here, we will have a medical update for you on the AWL Grand Champion Black Tiger Justice status as soon as we have it. Hopefully we'll have it before we go off the air tonight. But right now, a tired, spent, but victorious already once tonight, Lee Masters makes his way to the ring. He's now 88 wins in his AWL career against Kid Canada. On paper, this match favors Lee Masters in terms of wins and losses, but battle conditions on the ground, it favors the champion because he is fresh, he is ready to go, and he's got that all-important hometown crowd, or home country crowd, I should say, behind him. Fighting out of Calgary, Alberta, Canada, one of the last wrestlers to graduate from the legendary Hart family dungeon. Calls himself the last master of the dungeon. It was him and Tyson Kidd were like the same generation, same class of the Stu Hart dungeon. I think he might be one of the last of that class still active. As a wrestler, I'm not entirely sure. This is his second defense of the Canadian National Championship. If he can manage 5 successful title defenses, he will cash in against the AWL Grand Champion, whomever that may be, in a match, time, place, etc. of his choosing. It is called the Road Less Traveled. It's a tough belt to get, a tougher belt to hang on to, and he's got to go through a gauntlet of people that he didn't manage to beat in the 6-way scramble. And right now, it's going to be very Canadian professional wrestling versus mixed martial arts. We go to ringside for official introductions.
Introducing first the challenger, fighting out Minneapolis, Minnesota, by way of Las Vegas, Nevada, the Technical Wizard, Lee Masters. And his opponent, he is the reigning and defending Animated Wrestling League Canadian National Champion, tonight making his second title defense, fighting out of Calgary, Dramatic Falls, Alberta, Canada. He is the most Canadian man in the world, Kid Canada! This is an officially sanctioned Canadian National Championship match under the auspices of the Animated Wrestling League, AWL Commissioner presiding, and the sound of the bell, AWL Senior Official, Joey Papaganoush, in charge.
Alright, there you see it, the number 1 on the side plate representing the number of title defenses in this reign so far. That could go up to 2 or it could go down to 0. No other options here tonight. MMA versus Canadian Pro Wrestling. 30 minutes on the clock for a title match. And we are off. Exchange of strikes. Ooh, spinning lariat. Not often you see that in MMA. And I talk like Lee Masters is one of these MMA guys that has just gotten into pro wrestling. No, he's a Season 0 original. He's been around here 21 seasons and counting. He is a pro wrestler, but he still has those MMA fighter's instincts. He still trains like an MMA fighter. He still trains in those kind of camp-like environments during the off seasons. And sometimes it takes him a little while to get back, at the start of the season, because this is only the 4th episode of this season for AWL Strong and Free. It takes him time to get back into the pro wrestling mindset. So this is a time when Kid Canada could conceivably catch Lee Masters with one of the differences between the two combat sports. Since they're outside and the 20 count has begun, I'll remind you the title only changes hands on pinfall, submission, or knockout. And we've seen a lot of knockouts this season. The referees have been very cautious about the safety of the athletes and have been pretty quick, I would say, to call for knockouts in our matches this season. I don't think that's a bad thing. Safety of the athlete, that's vitally important. Literally, that's how we make all of us who don't wrestle in this company, the camera guys, the announcers, the ring announcers, the refs, we rely on these wrestlers, we rely on these athletes to basically put food on our tables as well. So we don't want these guys getting hurt. I mean, yes, it's not ballet, but pro wrestling, we don't want to see long-term injuries. We don't want to see lives ended or shortened or quality of life affected long-term for these wrestlers. So the fact that our referees have been counting knockouts or calling for knockouts, calling for TKOs a lot quicker than maybe some people would prefer, frankly, I love that they're doing that. Yeah, keep it up, guys. 2 minutes in now in this Canadian National Championship match. As Lee Masters seems to be targeting the legs of his opponent, that could be a good setup for his signature submission move, the Disaster Lock. Of course, Kid Canada needs to be standing for the Canadian Crunch, the Canadian Destroyer, the Spear. He needs his legs. He needs to be fully operational for any of those moves to work. Kid Canada is the 5th Canadian National Champion. Won it during the preseason, in our preseason special. What's he doing now? Oh! I don't know if he was going for a spear or a cross-body block, but either way, he got none of it. The going up now, sidewalk slam by the champion. The challenger, remember, has already wrestled tonight. We try to avoid that ever happening in the AWL outside of the New Year's tournament. But it's so dangerous. It's so risky. But he has a chance to become Canadian National Champion. He has a chance to get his tag team back into title contention. Lee Masters felt he didn't have a choice. That he had to take those 2 contracts. He had to wrestle twice tonight for his career, for his partner's career, for their legacy as I would say the greatest tag team in the history of the animated wrestling league. Ooh, twisting arm breaker as both men retreat to the outside, one deliberately, one out of desperation, and there's nowhere to go. Short arm, ripcord, knee strike, knee to the face, and now a little bit of the ground and pound action, a little more leaning into that MMA background. The referee being very slow on the count here, giving a little bit of liberties in this championship main event, wanting these guys to have the opportunity to settle this, to have us a clear winner for the Canadian National Championship. I appreciate that. I respect that. I want us to see a clean winner. Now remember, in the event of a time limit draw, in the event of a count-out or a disqualification, the title remains with the challenger, and that is considered a successful title defense. Remember, 5 title defenses you can cash in for a shot at the Grand Championship. And Lee Masters, with perhaps poor title match strategy, sending his opponent huge double leg takedown, also known as a spine buster. This is, I say bad title match strategy because Lee Masters cannot win the match out here. He can only lose. Kid Canada, on the other hand, can leave with the championship. All he has to do, technically, is nothing. But he is an honorable man. He is a fair fighter. He is a sportsman. He is a professional athlete. He doesn't want to lose cheap. And he won't if he has anything to say about
5
it.
minutes have elapsed. 25 remain.
A little juking and dodging by Kid Canada gets him out of a bad punt kick situation. Another takedown by the mixed martial artist. And remember, one of the arts in the mixed martial arts is wrestling. Roll away, up, boom! 24:30 roughly on the clock. Plenty of time. Goes into the cover, but right next to the rope. Referee doesn't even get down on his knees. I mean, all of our referees do wear knee pads. They're required to. So do all of our wrestlers, as a matter of fact, unless they have special dispensation. But the referee not even bothering to risk his knees getting down to count that one. Uh-oh. You thought so? No, Canadian Destroyer, I would have thought. But this looks more like a powerbomb situation. Ooh, Superman punch by the challenger, Lee Masters. Looking to pick up probably the biggest win of his singles career, at least. He is a former British openweight champion, held that title with great pride. That was his first singles title. He's competed in singles tournaments, the New Year's tournament, of course, never won it. Kid Canada, on the other hand, is a former New Year's tournament winner, I believe. Is he? No, he isn't. No, he has not actually won the New Year's tournament. Neither is Lee Masters. Both of these men have been singles and tag team champions in their careers. Very similar, sort of almost a pro wrestling pedigree. Very similar styles between these two men. I harp on about the differences in the backgrounds of their training, which is not nothing. But these two have had fairly parallel careers. They've been on fairly similar status in the AWL over the years. 23 minutes remaining, so we're 7 minutes into this main event. We will remain with this. I know we're over our goal of an hour. We've had so much interference tonight. I think we get the stoppage time. A very Canadian leg drop, and no, that's not a 2 count, because there are no falls on the outside. Kid Canada going after the arm now of his opponent, and that's that Stu Hart's dungeon training. Hey kid, let me show you something. Grab a limb and tear it apart. Stretch him like Stu would do. That's Kid Canada, up and down. Of course, he's going to be looking for that most Canadian submission of all time, the sharpshooter that all Canadians are born instinctively knowing how to do. Okay. Slide under the bottom rope. That's going to reset the count. And there's a spear. Spear, takedown, whatever you want to call it. The terminology varies between combat sport. Between style of combat, I should say. Both men now back in the ring, collar and elbow tie up, and powerbomb potential. And yes, elevated powerbomb. And going for the disaster lock. He's going. No. It's still sight. Or what is this? Oh! Figure 4 leg breaker. That's a new tool in the arsenal for Lee Masters. He's switching between limbs now. Just trying to spread out the pain, keep his opponent off guard so he doesn't know what he's looking at, doesn't know what's coming. Lee Masters, he loves that rear naked choke as a submission finish as well. Or he'll just knock you the F out. He's fine with that too. Knockout's valid method of victory, valid method of becoming the champion here in the Animated Wrestling League. And what do we have here? Oh! Lee Masters literally had the champion on the ropes. Butterfly suplex. Kid Canada getting desperate here. He needs something big, and he needs it right now. It's the Canadian Crunch, and KO crumpled. Lee Masters crumples under the Canadian Crunch. Please tell me we've got a replay of that. Yes, we do. It started off with this butterfly suplex, but watch how Lee Masters' body reacts to the Canadian Crunch right here. Boom. He just
Here's our winner,
integrated.
Still Canadian National Champion, Kid Canada.
Well, after all the bullshit from the Bullet Club Gold, after all the insanity with Amy Wade and Athena Jane, we come out on a good ending for the night. Kid Canada, still your Canadian National Champion. We'll see you next week, Canada. Korede. Kimarida.